What's good, YouTube? So I recorded the I recorded part 3 or 4. I'm not sure which one it was. I recorded part 3 and 4, and my computer shut off mid-recording, and like the footage got lost. So I haven't been able to get footage back. It was a good video too. There was a twisted turn. So what I decided to do is I decided to watch a recap video because I also missed out on part 1. So yeah, I'm gonna just react to this one, and shout out Super Horror Bro. He did his thing with this. I already watched the recap, but we're gonna pull it through and I'll react to it. Even though I have no face cam. Yeah.
Dines in the year aboard an airplane flight over the middle of the Atlantic Ocean. He nurses a mysterious
Bro, this whole entire time I was thinking they were just flashing a random family
in his lap, fondly looking over a
done.
photograph of his family. However, his flight never makes its destination and crash lands into the sea. A distant lighthouse can be seen, and Jack swims ashore and is saved from sinking with the rest of the passengers. Upon entering the lighthouse, Jack sees a large statue of a man named Andrew Ryan.
This is the guy who's been fighting this entire time. Bro.
He rides an underwater sub known as a bathysphere into this grand underwater civilization.
I chose something different. I chose the impossible. I chose rapture.
I ain't gonna lie, he kinda did his thing with this rapture thing. This rapture city. Like, look, it's a cool city.
So what exactly is Rapture, and what happened to it before Jack's arrival? Well, this information is drip-fed to the player as they explore the city via audio logs. However, for the sake of this video and its runtime, let me explain the main talking points up front. Andrew Ryan was a businessman who believed he could create a society out of the reach and dictatorship of classic government. By building Rapture at the bottom of the Atlantic Ocean, he created just that, gathering the best and brightest minds from around the world to help realize his vision. While Rapture was being constructed, a special type of sea slug was discovered.
These are like the little girls you'll be seeing.
Which secreted a substance known as Adam. This Adam formula, once extracted, was engineered into plasmids. Once plasmids were injected, they allowed their users to alter their genetic code and granted them superhuman abilities. After making this discovery, Andrew Ryan forbid anybody to make contact with the world above, fearing they would try to take Rapture and his scientific advancements from him. While Rapture was visualized as a utopia, class distinctions between the rich and poor quickly formed. In stepped a shady ex-gangster known as Frank Fontaine.
Remember this, bro, cause freaking, I remember that Peach Wilkins dude that we were fighting. I think we fought him in the first episode, I'm not sure. But that Peach Wilkins guy, whatever his name is, he was talking about how Fontaine, like, screwed him over. Keep in mind, Frank Fontaine is important, because that's what happened, that's something that happened in the footage I recorded.
The lower classes to overthrow Rapture and take it from Andrew Ryan. Not only did he create smuggling routes, allowing people to trade with the world up top, but he also created an entire black market to trade the valuable Adam at a lower cost. He did this by partnering with top genetic scientist Bridget Tenenbaum, who implanted the sea slugs into the stomachs of little orphaned girls. These girls came to be known as Little Sisters, and now under Tenenbaum's control, acted as gatherers extracting Adam from corpses. By this time, Fontaine had also rallied a small army together and used them to attack Andrew Ryan. However, Fontaine was killed during the conflict, and Ryan lashed out with paranoia. Fontaine a small army Adam from corpses. By this time, Fontaine had also rallied a small army together and used them to attack Andrew Ryan. However, Fontaine was killed during the conflict and Ryan lashed out with paranoia. He took control of the city and its plasmid factories, locking down the black market trading and hanging anyone who broke his rules and attempted to contact the world above. At this time, a freedom fighter known as Atlas rose to power among the oppressed lower classes. Atlas began attacking Andrew Ryan's factories and liberating little sisters from the orphanages they were imprisoned within. To prevent this, Ryan conducted inhumane experiments to surgically graft people inside diving suits and brainwashed them into protecting his little sisters at all costs.
Why do get laid out like this, bro? God, these people are annoying. Cause, bro, and I don't know if y'all seen that first one, which I probably didn't. Not gonna like that video was trash. But, bro, these people, I would have to go against them in the last gameplay. They were one of the most annoying people. They will literally charge at you. Hit you with a freaking fin, tackle, bro.
These inhumane experiments were known as Big Daddies.
Hurry, Mr. B. Dancing in the sky.
Ryan,
they don't attack you? So this entire time I've been attacking them, and they don't attack you immediately?
Hurry, Mr. B.
No wonder I'd be getting mopped out like that.
Ryan also created an army of plasmid-enhanced soldiers known as splicers, which were controlled by him via the distribution of pheromones in Rapture's air filtration system. This conflict came to a head in 1958 during a New Year's Eve party when Atlas ordered an attack on Andrew Ryan and the Rapture elite. This attack was the downfall of Rapture, and the remaining survivors barricaded themselves away as splicers, big daddies, and little sisters ran rampant, causing Rapture to fall into a state of ruin. This is the state Jack finds Rapture in when he arrives and is promptly attacked by a splicer. However, Atlas repels this splicer and quickly makes contact with Jack.
Keep in mind what this dude just said. Keep in mind what that dude just said. I'm not gonna spoil what happened, just keep in mind what that dude just said.
Now, under Atlas's guidance, over the radio, Jack makes his way to a plasmid station where he gains his first of many powers, the Electrobolt. Atlas explains that he requires Jack's help to escape the fallen city with his endangered family. They are waiting on a submarine in Neptune's bounty.
I know you must feel like the unluckiest man in the world right now, but you're the only hope I'll ever see my wife and child again.
However, the entrance to this area is blocked off by Andrew Ryan, and we are forced to take a detour through the medical ward.
So tell me, friend, which one of the bitches sent you? The KGB Wolf or the CIA Jackal?
It is here we come face to face with a mad plastic surgeon known as J.S. Steinman, who quite literally holds the key to our escape.
Bro, this dude, I remember, bro. I remember. I'm not. I think he was in the first one. I'm not sure if he was in the second one.
Surface world, and so was personally invited
no, he was
by
in the second
Andrew
one.
Ryan to continue
I
his
remember
work in Rapture.
I killed him.
With the
Then I started
discovery of
the
Adam,
I think he was in the
Steinman
first
saw
part,
an
like the
opportunity
first
to
part.
become unshackled from the standard confines of his work and truly sculpt beauty like never before. However, the negative side effects of Adam led him to become unhinged in his pursuit of perfection, and he began to deform his patients in the name of art.
I want to make them beautiful, but they always turn out wrong. That one's too fat. This one's too tall. Too symmetrical.
It is within the medical pavilion that Jack first encounters Bridget Tenenbaum, who asks him to save any little sisters he encounters rather than draining them of their Adam, much to the disapproval of Atlas.
I remember this. Bah. Met her in the first one.
Doctor, he's just looking for a wee bit of Adam, just enough to get by.
I'll not have him hurt my little ones. Use this.
I thought she was crazy at first. You'll see later on that she's
BioShock
the real
actually
one.
contains two different endings depending on whether the player saves or harvests the little sister.
So okay, so you see, I may get the bad ending, I may get the good one. I actually don't know how many little sisters I have to save, or how many little sisters I have to kill to get the bad ending. So
We'll
they get the good or bad
end of this
ending.
video. Eventually, Jack kills the Doctor and takes his key, granting him access to Neptune's bounty, where Atlas claims his family are waiting. Before he can reach the smuggler's port where the submarine is docked, Jack needs to pass through Fontaine Fisheries. However, the door is guarded by unhinged smuggler Peach Wilkins.
Atlas radioed on ahead. Says you're looking for an invite to the fisheries.
This is the guy we saw in the second. No, this is the guy we saw in the first video. I remember.
Chief smugglers, providing the residents of Rapture with desirable items from the surface world. The problem was that Fontaine began demanding an 80% cut of everything Peach Wilkins and his crew of smugglers made, threatening to turn them in to Andrew Ryan if they refused. Those who didn't comply usually ended up dead. This led to Wilkins feeling a sense of paranoia even after Fontaine's death, suspecting he may still be alive and out to get him. He offers Jack access to his fisheries in return for taking pictures of the powerful spider splicers which have taken up residence in Neptune's bounty. So Jack must research these new creatures first before returning with the goods.
They did not look like that.
After capturing the research pictures, Peach Wilkins grants Jack access to Fontaine Fisheries on the condition he stows his weapons first. After entering Peach's lair, a defenseless Jack is then attacked by the paranoid smuggler who believes he has been sent to assassinate him by Frank Fontaine.
These boss fights aren't even that hard. It's just annoying.
Once Peach Wilkins
this boss fight was annoying because I remember why. This dude took away all of my ammo and then he let me to fight with just a wrench, bro. Then he had security, turrets, and other people, bro. I was getting jumped.
Jack hastily makes his way to the location of Atlas's family at the smuggler's dock. Before they can escape, Andrew Ryan launches an attack on Atlas and destroys the submarine his family are stowed aboard.
Yeah, I remember that.
Assassin, and then you try to sneak out like a thief. You're no CIA spook. Who are you? Why have you come here?
Atlas vows revenge on Ryan at any cost and begins directing Jack towards his location at Hephaestus.
We'll find the bastard. We'll find him and we'll tear his heart out.
That's what I do when I do like this starring on. I remember that.
First stop, Arcadia. Arcadia is a beautiful area of Rapture, full of rolling hills and trees in full bloom. It is home of botanist Julie Langford. Langford was a renowned botanist from the University of California who was known for coming up with many radical and yet groundbreaking theories. One day she disappeared and left the world above for Rapture, creating a beautiful garden environment which provided the underwater city with a much needed supply of oxygen. While working here from the confines of her lab, Langford created a prototype known as Lazarus Vector, a gas which has the ability to bring trees back to life. So obviously Atlas and Jack are forced to enlist Langford's help after Andrew Ryan floods Arcadia with a powerful toxin which causes her plants to die and the facility into emergency lockdown as a result.
Ryan's woman in Arcadia is an old Betty named Langford. If she's still kicking around, I'm sure she's gonna want to save her trees.
Julie Langford tells Jack she requires him to gather the correct materials in order to create a fresh batch of Lazarus Vector, and so it's off to the farmer's market to locate said ingredients. After returning to Dr. Langford, Andrew Ryan decides to flood her chambers with poisonous gas for betraying him.
Mr. Ryan.
Ryan Industries maintains exclusive rights to the creation, use,
I remember.
and exploitation.
He was a real one to this day.
Ownership is civilization.
Wait, no, please.
Just for
Battle
the
with Ryan's splicer minions, Langford's untimely demise, and after a long battle with Ryan's splicer minions,
oh yeah. When I got jumped? Yeah, I remember that.
The Lazarus Vector and lift the emergency lockdown, setting off once again towards Andrew Ryan's office in Hephaestus.
Am I even recording?
Before we reach Ryan's lair, Jack and Atlas encounter a major setback once more. While traveling to the metro station
I was
leading to
vibing with this
Hephaestus,
dude.
Jack is stopped by a character called
Oh
Sander
my
Cohen,
god,
an
bro.
artist in charge.
He was one of, bro. I'm vibing with this dude because I don't know. He's gonna finish later on. But when you got done doing what he wanted me to do, this dude was just chilling.
Running
He
entertainment
literally
hub,
gave
Fort
me he
Frolic.
let me use that thing at the end. He let me use that thing at the end, and we was just chilling. Like, bro, he really was that guy. He was that guy.
So say goodbye to those two blowhards, and hello to an evening with Sander.
And he did low-key give me jumps
Fort
before we
Frolic
got
was
there.
the
Not gonna lie.
place to be in Rapture, a place of art and entertainment which housed attractions ranging from theatre to casinos and even strip clubs. It was a place for the wealthy to let their hair down, unwind and enjoy a little culture.
He was cool,
The
bro.
man running the
He
show
was
here
cool.
is Sander Cohen, who once performed as an artist in New York City before joining Andrew Ryan in Rapture to become a leading figure in its art community. But of course, like most others down here, this crazy artist became unhinged and began taking pleasure from death, creating plaster casts of corpses and photographing his victims in their death states. Fort Frolic is in fact one of the creepiest areas found within Rapture, as you can see from this footage. In order to pass through Fort Frolic, Cohen tasks
Charger's
Jack
going
with
through
locating his 5 disciples and killing them, presenting photographs of their corpses and placing them within his latest twisted work of art. Jack does comply with this request and eventually the artwork is complete.
Is accomplished.
You'll find your path.
But I remember this old movie, bro. This dude had me finding his minions after placing that video, and this dude was really just playing Mozart while I'm fighting, bro. Like I died like 5 times playing that part. And every single time I could not get over that fact that this dude really had Mozart playing in my ear. Like
Is now clear. Captain Sander said hello.
he tried to kill you
Now
at
freed
the
from
end.
Fort
He was
Frolic.
not like Frank, whatever that dude is. Frank or Pete Wilkins.
Atlas is able
My
to
fault.
regain radio
He was in a
contact
Peace
with
Wilkins.
Jack and lead him
And
to
attacked
Ryan's
me
lair
after I
within
do everything he did.
Hephaestus.
Sorry to hear that. Sorry to hear that. After he did not attack me after I did everything he did. Y'all, I am tired. I've been recording this in like through 2 a.m. Please cut me some slack. Like, I'm stuttering as I'm keep going. Oh yeah. Please excuse me.
Head to Ryan's
Sorry to not hear that
office
stuttering.
and kill the son of a bitch. It's time to finish this.
Here we discover some truly chilling sights. Ryan has strung up those who defied him, promising a place for our character Jack in this very room if he does not turn back.
I haven't chosen the spot for you on the wall yet. Let me know if you have a preference.
Yep.
As the door to
Look
Ryan's
at that.
office is
I'm gonna
sealed,
reload it.
turn back, promising a place for our truly chilling sights.
It's time to finish this.
Here we discover some truly chilling sights.
Even-
Ryan has strung up those who defied him, promising a place for our character Jack in this very room if he does not turn back.
I haven't chosen the spot for you on the wall yet. Let me know if you have a preference.
Golly, bro.
As the door to Ryan's office is sealed tight, Jack is required to build a bomb which can be used to overload the core and blow the circuit, keeping him locked out.
Man, I remember this, bro. So this part had to be one of, if not the most wild 30 minutes of my life. I meant to say in the game, but I accidentally said my life. So please forgive me for that. No, I didn't have 30 minutes. Most wild 15 minutes of my life. You're about to see, bro. You're about to see, bro. After this is the most wild 15 minutes of my life, bro. I'm not even gonna lie to you.
After overloading the core and returning to Ryan's office, we make a troubling discovery.
Bro. Y'all remember when I said keep in mind when he said, would you kindly?
The room outside
Listen,
contains
bro.
audio logs
Listen.
from a doctor called Yai Suchong. This doctor has been one of the leading pioneers of medical research into Adam and its psychological effects on the patient. He developed lab children who could be conditioned from birth to follow any order, no matter how obscene. All they needed was to hear the phrase, "Would you kindly?" A phrase we have heard a certain character use throughout
Exactly,
the
bro.
game.
Would you kindly get this? Would you kindly find that?
This is that scene play. So look.
Would you kindly
Kindly.
head to Ryan's office and kill the son of a bitch?
This dude has been using me since day one. Since I got off that plane. How you finesse me this bad, bro? Like, bro, this is that one Bleach villain. I'm not gonna say who, because that kind of is a spoiler. He's like that one Bleach villain who finesse everybody.
That's right, Atlas had been using this phrase to control Jack from the moment he set foot in Rapture. In fact, he used this phrase to force Jack to bring down the very plane itself. That mystery box we saw at the beginning of the game contained a gun for Jack to use on the pilot. Everything we have been through was controlled with that one simple phrase.
I didn't even notice this.
Jack makes his way into Andrew Ryan's office and comes face to face with the man himself.
Did that airplane crash? Or was it hijacked? Forced down. Forced down by something less than a man, something bred to sleepwalk through life until they are activated by a simple phrase spoken by their kindly master.
Andrew Ryan seems unafraid of
Came
death.
up to me. He told me, bro, y'all think that, like, I was thinking, like, it couldn't be true. Until this man told me to sit, run, and turn back. That man was literally, I was mindful.
To test
Fact, I
Jack's
still
free
am.
will as he kindly requests Jack to murder him.
God, bro. Bro, I ain't gonna lie. I replayed it like 2 times. I replayed it 2 times when I played through.
Unfortunately for Ryan, his battle didn't pay off. Atlas urges Jack to use the master key he takes from Ryan's corpse on the machine inside his office, and it is here that terrible discovery number 2 is made.
Nice work, Bio. It's time to end this masquerade. There ain't no Atlas kid.
This man. This man finessed me since day one. Alex wasn't even his real name. That's the crazy part.
All this
Frank
time, Atlas,
This
the man of
Baldo.
the people, has in fact been Frank Fontaine. Fontaine didn't die all those years ago, but rather slipped into the underbelly of Rapture, hiding himself away and creating a new, more sympathetic character, Atlas. A family man, and someone who looked out for the poor and unfortunate members of Rapture. Unfortunately, this was all just an illusion. Fontaine now takes control of Rapture and sends an army of attack bots into Ryan's office to kill Jack. However, Jack manages to escape with the help of the Little Sisters and awakens in Dr. Tenenbaum's hideout. While Bridget Tenenbaum had originally been keen to help.
Okay, this is where we're gonna end the reaction. Hope you have a great time.